Hey you guys, I'm just checking to make sure this is working. I'm hoping it does. It says I'm live. Am I live? What is life? What is live? Here we go. We've got comments popping up. I don't know. Am I supposed to look for the emotion bubbles? Yeah. Oh, I think I may have to start this one more time. Oh wait, no, here we go. I'm getting bubbles. Thank you guys. Okay, perfect. Now we're working. We are up and running. Speaking of running, we're having a day on set where we have 2 units going. We're picking up all the little pieces of green screen and this, that, and the other that we need to finish up, as well as finishing up our last episode of season 3. So, it's kind of a crazy day of running around myself. But I just ran up here from set because I have a little bit of free time, and I thought I'd say hey to you guys and live tweet the episode. We may or may not have a few others on the way. Let's see. But I am here for you to answer any questions you might have. But I will say we've gotten a lot of questions as to the clay starter pack that I spoke about, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's tissue, ice cream, and something to cuddle with. The cuddle object of your choice. And people have been asking about how many boxes of tissues. I would say as many as you can find. But, you know, don't overdo because we love trees. I don't know what's happening right now. This is good. Renew Shadowhunters was trending on Twitter. That's awesome. Well, we're hoping to hear soon. We don't know yet, but I will keep you all apprised as I get information. Describe this episode in one word. Blood. It's a pretty bloody episode, I gotta say. Which, for that reason, we happen to have blood. This is, I mean, it's fake, but this is how they bring fake blood onto set. I don't know if this is the drinkable mouth blood. Oh yeah, this is edible blood. So this is the blood that they put in our mouths, that if we have to drink it, or if we have to lick it, or if we have to, you know, do anything, have it dripping out of our mouth, have it, you know, in any way, shape, or form around somewhere where we might have to eat it. We use this, and they have it in these lovely little jugs. Some of you might wonder what it tastes like. I think it's the mint flavored one. It's like very sweet and very minty. It's also very thick. It's strange stuff. How was filming the Jason Clary fight scene? This was one of my favorite fights that we've done. Dom and I have done so many fighting, training, sparring scenes together at this point that we understand each other's rhythms when we fight, and it makes it a lot of fun. And we also, I feel like we also really trust each other. Like, it takes a lot to trust a person swinging a sword at your face. You know, or throwing a kick at you, or punching you, or, you know, holding you by the neck over the edge of a building. Which we've all seen happens in this episode. Which, it's very, very exciting. I can't wait for you guys to see this. And it's directed by Josh Butler, who's awesome. We love Josh Butler. Brownie and cookie dough ice cream, that works great. Your Clay's heart is not going to die in this episode. Let me just put it that way. But it's going to go through a rough patch. You know, you're gonna need some comfort, I think. I am sad I'm filming the last episode of this season. You know, I'm sad, but I'm not. It's very funny. It's like the end of a school year in a sense that you're excited because, you know, you get time off and you get to go do fun things and see, kind of take a break and, you know, sleep a little bit. But then it's, you know, it's sad because I love the crew and I love the cast, and coming here every day, they've kind of become my family. So it's, it'll be sad to leave, but we're hoping to be back. How will this ep tie into the finale? This episode really starts to set everything up for the finale, if I'm honest. It's sort of the beginning of the end, if you will. Are we gonna have a, let's see. Oh, you guys have so many good questions. What's my favorite thing to do to prepare before set? Honestly, I love the process of going through the hair and makeup of the show. Because as we get our runes on and as we, get the makeup on and get to set and put our holsters on and go through all of that, we sort of become the characters. And it's kind of shedding one skin and putting on another as it all comes together. My favorite episode this season? This is one of my favorite episodes. This is one of my favorites. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. I don't know. It'll be fun. Filming the Halloween episode was super fun. That was also directed by Josh Butler, coincidentally enough. It was really cool because we don't often get to do kind of mundane things on our set. And, having people in Halloween costumes and doing all this spooky stuff, having cobwebs around that actually were supposed to be fake, as opposed to cobwebs that we put in. But it felt oddly normal, which also made me realize a lot about the show and how... Anyway, it was very funny. It was like, wait, this oddly feels normal, and yet it's a Halloween episode. I don't know. My favorite rune? I love the angelic rune, I think. It is the first one that shadow hunters are supposed to get, and I love what it stands for. It's a symbol of strength, but it's also a symbol of angelic power, and it's kind of the trademark of the shadow hunters, if you will. I am watching the episodes. I'll be watching and tweeting with you guys in a few minutes. If any new creature would be added to the show, we were talking about this yesterday. I was talking about this with, who was it? It was Alberto and Emerald and I were talking about this. We want to see mermaids. I mean, maybe we should just do a crossover with Siren. I don't know. We'll see. That'd be great, in my humble opinion. What's up with Clary and Alex's relationship? It's funny you mentioned that. Because Clary and Alex's relationship does go through some stuff tonight. So, y'all might want to pay attention. No, but here's the thing. It's kind of unfortunate. I love the Clary and Alex friendship. It's one of my favorites on the show. But it's gone through such a rough patch. They were so good. Like, at the end of season 2, they were so solid. They were so on the same page. And, Alec was actually making her part of the team. And he was trusting her with stuff. And then they had to go and make this secret. And it's like, come on, guys. Let's not ruin this friendship that we worked so hard to build. Because now it's under strain. Because Clary's torn between wanting to do the right thing by Alec. But then also... she's torn because she can't betray Jace, and she can't drag Alec into it because then he's in just as much trouble as they are. So it's a bit of a catch-22, and we will see how it all shakes out. But there's a lot going on tonight that will indicate how their relationship is moving forward. And that's all I can say, folks. Which creature would I like to be? I would like to be a warlock, if I had to choose one. Because they're the healers, they help people out, they do all that stuff, but then also, I just think they're so cool. Like, all the warlocks on our show are so wicked and so badass. I think it's pretty great. I'm glad you love the Clays fight. What can I say about Gia Penhallow? Listen, Gia causes some stuff. And it's a lot. And I can't say really anything about her without spoiling things. So, I don't know. I have to be coy. I'm sorry, guys. I want to tell you everything, but I can't. They won't let me. I'll get in trouble. And plus, then it's not as much fun, because then you don't get to be surprised. And I'm not one to ruin a surprise. Is there anything I would change about my character? I'd like her to listen a little more. I mean, I get that she's brazen, and I love that about her, that she's brazen and she's strong and she has conviction. But I think it would be interesting to see growth in her in that she would listen a bit more to people, and that as she would listen, she would be able to kind of grow from that and be challenged further to find new solutions that make more sense. And sort of learn from other characters and work with them and do all of that. And she's learning to do that. That is something that happens as the season continues. So that's very exciting as well. I'm gonna open my Twitter and see what other questions we've got going. Let's see. You guys have so many great questions, though. I've got 2 devices going. This is a lot. This is a lot, you guys. But we're gonna get through it together. Ooh! Hey, guess what? 10 minutes till the episode. Which scene was the hardest to shoot? I think one of the hardest episodes, or one of the hardest scenes, was the fight, but not the fight part. It was the part of him holding me over the side of the thing because of how the wires had to be arranged. You know, Dom literally had to push against my wire to hold me out over the thing, and I had to push against his arm to help him be able to do that. It was a whole thing. And then there was somebody to pull my hips back so my face wouldn't hit the thing as I went down. There was a lot going on, but it's, you know, kudos to our incredible stunt team because they know exactly how to do it and they know exactly how to keep everyone safe. And safety is always their #1 priority, and I applaud them for that. Please, anything about Malik? You asked me to say anything about Malik, so I did. No, I'm trying to remember what happens to Malik in this episode. I know that they're both together with me, and then I don't know what happens after that. When we shoot all these episodes, and then it's so long before they air, it all kind of blends together. So I don't know what happens when, unless it's the storyline that I actually shot. Because I hear it at the table read, and then I don't see it again until it airs. So I don't actually know. But I know they have scenes together. I know they're in the episode. Yeah, that's all I know. Oh, here's a good question. Do you think if Clary knew the consequences of the wish she made, she wouldn't have brought Jace back? I don't think so. And this is why it was such an impossible choice. Because she would never have not brought Jace back. That's never going to be something that she regrets doing. But perhaps she would have tried to find another way, or have tried a different solution if she would have known what the consequences were, or could have taken more precautions. Alright, I'm going to do a couple more questions, and then I have to wrap it up so we can all get ready to watch the episode. What do you think about the relationship between Clary and Jace in this episode? I think it's pretty, full of conflict. Because Jace is not really Jace anymore. So it's a struggle and it's a fight, but it's one that she's not going to lose. She's not going down without a fight, let me put it that way. As we can see. I'm so excited for you guys to see this. Let's see. Give me a couple more questions. Will Claire make a new rune anytime soon? I'm trying to think. I don't know if Clary makes any new runes, but there is a new rune coming. I'll tell you that much. Oh, see, okay, I love this question, but I can't answer it. Someone asked if there were any book scenes I wanted to see on the show. And I'll say yes, and I'll say they've happened, and I'll say we've shot them, but I can't talk about them yet. So, do we see long-term effects to Clary after this Oh, yeah. So this episode starts a chain of events that will lead to a lot of long-term effects for all of the characters. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens yet. And on that note, I am going to bid you adieu as we turn to watching the episode. And take a peek in a couple minutes at my Twitter and Instagram, because I'm going to put up a video that I think you guys are going to be very interested in. It's very short, but it's all I can post before the episode airs. So check it out. Talk to you guys later. Bye!
2 minutes.
Hey guys, look who I found! Chai's here.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Chai?
Not much. Just chilling.
Yeah?
Just watched the episode, and it's great. I'm super proud of it.
We might not actually be live. Hang on. It's telling me we're live. Sometimes it doesn't work in here.
Oh,
Oh, there we go. We're live.
There's seven people.
Yep, there we go.
Hello,
so if you
everybody.
see these little things, that means it's
okay.
working. Sometimes
Cool.
this room is weird. The Tweet Suite does not always like Facebook Live.
So this is my first. This is my first live.
First live.
Ever.
Woohoo!
I was kind of nervous
Welcome.
about it. I was like,
Really?
yeah.
Nah, it's gonna be fine. These people
Hello.
are nice.
Who's there?
It's
It's
3
3 a.m..
a.m. Well, thank you for staying up. We
Where
appreciate it.
where are you?
That's true. Where in the world?
I love you too.
We love you too.
Hello.
So do you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about tonight's episode? Because we would love, you have a captive audience, or captive answers as much as we can give. You need to catch up. Well, please do.
Thank you.
If you don't want
much.
spoilers, you might not want to keep watching.
Is
Of
it-
course, Chai is awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm glad you guys liked the episode tonight. It's one of my favorites, personally. And there's so much of it that I didn't see. Like all the stuff that you guys did on the beach. Obviously, I wasn't outside that day. But you guys killed it. It was awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's definitely my favorite episode so far. It was the most challenging because it's so emotional and whatnot. There's a couple of other episodes coming up that are really good, but that one I'm super proud of. You know.
You should be.
Thank you.
Well, it's neat because it's such a different tone for the show, too, because we don't often get scenes that have nothing to do with the supernatural. And, well, at least for a little while.
Very sentimental. You know.
Yeah.
Let me see. How do you feel about being in so many shows? How do I feel about being in so many shows? I'm pretty proud of that. Yeah. So, you know, but this show is definitely something special that you know, I feel such a part of this family, and you know, I couldn't ask for more.
Hold on, I'm going to scroll through these comments. Let's see, because there's too many questions. Hold on.
Coming from Queensland. Yeah, it's a big step coming from Queensland.
What's the best thing about being in the Shadowhunters chat? That's what they're asking you. Because this is your first, like, experience on all of this.
The best thing, meeting all you guys.
Aww.
Because you're all so sweet. You guys are so lovely and so supportive, and it means the world to me, you know, so thank you.
So I heard it was really cold shooting on that beach, huh?
Yeah, that was so cool.
Yeah?
That was so hard. That was actually one of the hardest scenes I've ever shot in my life, because, you know, we had to hide the fact that it was so cold and be like sentimental and be all lovey-dovey, and it was definitely difficult. Alicia got it pretty sweet because she was already in the car and she had a blanket over her and a little heater, and I'm walking out with wet hair, like the shirt unbuttoned, with the food, and I'm shaking, going, "Can we hurry up?"
Call action, please,
You know,
call action.
so,
That's awesome, though. That's great. Yeah, it's never fun when it's cold. You can make it work. Sometimes it keeps you awake at night.
yeah.
But
I'm surprised. I'm actually surprised how well that came off. Like, I didn't look too cold.
you
at
really
all.
couldn't tell. No, it was cool.
Really?
Yeah, no, I couldn't
Oh,
tell
that-
that you guys were freezing. You guys did a great job. But it's always funny when there are kind of extenuating circumstances. Like when we were in the graveyard shooting that scene
That
with
would've been
Malachi
cold, too,
configuration.
right?
It was kind of cold, but see, we're wearing leather.
Yeah.
But what happened in that scene, the swords that we stabbed in the ground turned out to be really flimsy. And because it was cold, the ground was really hard.
Oh, yeah.
And so we would slam the swords and they would just bend. Like we'd just go to stab a sword and it would go, "Ooh."
Was it windy at all? Did you get much wind? Because the wind's the thing that really makes it hard.
We had fans. They just added wind.
They added wind.
Because we
Okay,
had portals and stuff, so they add very specific wind.
Cool. How was your favorite?
Ooh, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
Oh man. I've got so many. Probably the one in the car with Maya.
Because you were warm.
Because I mean, towards the end of the scene, it got really warm.
No, yeah, it was
But
really. That was really.
but that was probably actually. Oh no, the last scene. The last scene with Alicia.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was a really great scene to sink, you know, your teeth into as an actor. What about you?
Ooh, probably the fight.
Oh yeah.
The fight was awesome.
You're a badass.
Well,
You
thank
know?
you. Coming
Like,
from one, that means a lot.
Oh, I mean, like I try, but your boxing is like on point.
Thank you.
Yeah, I went and trained with Dean one day, and he was showing me videos of you and just doing like 20-point punches. I can do about 5.
No, it's a lot of fun, but because I fight with the daggers, it's a lot of the same mechanics.
Oh yeah.
So it works out really well.
So you know the 8-point.
Mhm.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, you got to teach me.
No, it's fun, and this fight in particular was really cool because Dom and I fight together a lot, so getting to really go all out was a lot of fun.
Dom's good.
Dom's really good.
Amazing.
We have a lot of fun.
He's a
What else
badass
is
in this episode, huh?
I know, he's brutal. Also, can we just talk about Imogen for a second?
Oh man,
That was so brutal, and I love Mimi so much.
that was so savage.
It was so hard her last day on set. I was so sad. All of us were genuinely gutted on set on her last day. We're like, no, please don't leave us.
That was
But she
crazy.
had to. No, the runes I was filming today. I was doing some stunt stuff on the green screen. So the runes actually don't last more than a day. They come off because they're just made of glue and ink. They don't last.
Oh, I
very
thought they
long.
were real.
Oh yeah, I'm totally method. There's her actual tattoos.
She walks around
Yeah.
the street with them, you know.
I have before. I went to the drugstore season 1 covered in runes, and people were just like, because the show hadn't come out yet.
Right.
So I just looked like a random person covered in tattoos.
You should just get like a
going
whole
to the store.
sleeve of them. That would be so cool.
I should. Well, maybe if the show keeps going, Clary will get some.
Someone just asked, have you ever been hurt in a fight scene?
Actually, I have not. There are people. I have not been seriously hurt. Touch wood.
Yeah. Where's the wood? There it
Is that wood? That's
Yeah.
wood. But it's due to our stunt team because they are so cognizant about safety, and that's always their number one concern over anything else.
They
and
are
that,
so good.
that I will always trust them in that sense. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Sorry, you guys have so many great questions. We
So
just
many.
can't stop reading them.
How long does it take to put runes on? Oh.
Ooh. It doesn't take that long actually, because they just stick on like temporary tattoos.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
we did, the thing that takes the longest is sealing them, and then if we wear leather jackets on and off, it sometimes we have to redo them or paint
Right,
them. All of our makeup department has gotten really good at painting the different runes, because they have to paint in the patches that come off sometimes if it's a quick turnaround.
Oh, true. I have to sit in the makeup chair for like a couple of hours to get this
Oh yeah.
done. 'Cause it's-
Well, I was gonna ask though, how long does your you had something, right?
I have like all the prosthetic stuff.
Yeah.
That was really cool. That was a lot
Yeah.
of fun. They came up with this. They made this. Well, I had a mold of my hands, so like they had the claws kind of protruding
Oh,
out of my fingers, which was really cool. It was a couple of hours for them to mold, and then they kind of built, the fur around that, and then they had this other thing that it kind of ripped my shirt through blowing air into it, and it kind of made my back arch. It was really cool. I don't know how to explain it, but the prosthetics on that were pretty cool.
See, these are the things that I don't ever know, not
forgot
being in
all
the
about
werewolf world. Was I scared to land on the car? That actually wasn't me landing on the car. I did, so the initial drop we did, but I only fell about 5 feet on that fall, the initial one, because I landed on a bunch of mats, and then they had one of our amazing stunt women do the big fall. They hung me on a wire for part of the sideways bit that you saw, and then the car, they actually dented the car to fit the shape they wanted me to fall in.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually really funny. It made me laugh because they laid me on top of that car, and Josh, our director, and I were Googling pictures of people that had fallen from heights to find a contorted pose that was realistic as well as, awful looking, and to see if I could bend myself into that position. Then they did quite literally a white tape outline of my
that's
body
hilarious.
on top of the car so they could go hammer that into the car and make it look like I'd actually fallen in from
no way.
8 stories. Yeah.
Very detailed. I think I was there that day that you were shooting that scene,
I think you were. I think that was one of
And-
the first days. Yeah.
and that was higher than 5 feet. That was like 5 meters.
Oh, you were. Oh, the day I did the drop.
Mm.
Yeah. I don't know.
That was cool.
It was fun.
I live for stunt days.
Yeah, I do too.
They're so much fun.
I do too. They are fun. They're exhausting, but they're the best kind of exhausting because you kind of sit there and realize, we get to go to work every day and play pretend with swords and claws and fur and stuff.
This isn't even a job to me. It's
No, it's
just a
not.
passion.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
Okay, we can do a couple more questions.
What was that one? Where did it go? Oh. Does it hurt to take the runes off?
No. We actually use tape. Like packing tape. Clear
Yeah, so
packing
you just,
tape. Just stick it on and rip it off.
Is one going to team up in a fight?
Ooh.
Well, you're going to have to find out.
Dun, dun, dun. That's usually the answer to a lot
Yeah,
of these
it usually
questions.
is.
Because we want to tell you guys so much. There's so many spoilers. There's so much amazing stuff coming.
We'll have a massive chat at the end of the season.
Yeah, we'll have to
There's so
completely
much to
download.
talk about.
Lots of people want to know about your hair, Chai, because it's pretty fabulous.
My hair
I gotta
is
say.
real. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, coming from you.
No.
Hang on,
Listen, it's on another. Like this is on another level. Let's be real.
It's real.
It is 100% Chai.
I think. Sometimes I question it.
Well,
Thank you so much.
You wear it well, sir.
There's so many questions. isn't
Sorry, guys. We're sorting
to
through all
answer
the
them
good
all.
questions. Oh goodness. Oh my gosh. Do you see any?
I just saw one who do
Yeah.
you ship?
Who do we ship? Well, I mean, there's so many ships now. Like, are we talking friendships or relationships? Or like parabiships? Is that a thing?
Paraship.
Paraship?
I mean, for friendship wise, I'd love Jordan and Clary to be good friends.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be cool.
I think they'd get along because they both
I
really care
reckon-
about Simon, right?
Yeah, I reckon
Yeah.
they'd get along really well.
Yeah, I think Clary would be a little wary for a minute because
Yeah, I think everyone
nobody
is Jordan.
gets to hurt Simon. Yeah,
Jordan means well.
He
Okay, He means
does.
well. He just is misunderstood at times.
he gets a bad rap because there's so much going on for him, but I think he's got a good heart.
He definitely has a good heart.
I think so. But yeah, I think a Jordan Clary friendship would be awesome. But speaking of contentious friendships, Alec and Clary actually had a good moment. Finally, she's been keeping this secret for so long. She got a hug. Do you know how hard it is to get a hug out of Alec Lightwood if you're not Magnus? Like that's so hard. Man, I tell you, we're going places. I know it's only happened a couple times. It's very rare.
I don't think he's. I hugged him the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
That means
I
you're
just
special.
went and grabbed him. I was like,
See, there you go. You stole one. That's how you gotta do it. Speaking of, when are we playing Werewolf? We gotta play a game of Werewolf with you. We haven't done that yet.
what is that?
It's a game we play as a cast. We live streamed it a long time ago, but we haven't played Werewolf in a long time,
I'm
and
down.
that needs to happen.
I mean, that's kind of like my forte, right?
Right? I think you'd be an expert. You'd probably win the entire game.
I try.
Anything? I want to tease something for next week for you guys, but I'm trying not to spoil it. What happens? What happens for you next week? Can you tease anything?
No, I don't think.
Can't say anything?
I don't think I can.
What I can say, Clary's got some explaining to do. And she's stranded. She's on her own. And she's in the hands of the Clave. So, I think you all are able to do the math on that one.
That's good.
It's not good, let me tell you that.
Okay, it's not good.
No, it's
Well,
good.
that teaser
It's
was really good, I meant.
No, the
not
teaser
what
was
you're-
great.
yeah.
But it's there's a storm coming.
Oh, and another. Are you doing any conventions anytime soon?
Yeah, I will be soon. So stay tuned for all that. Anyway,
All right.
I think we gotta run. But thanks for joining me, Chai. This
Thank
is really
you.
great.
No,
I'm glad
thank
you
you.
made it. How was your first live?
Thank you for having me. No, it was really
Did you
good.
enjoy it?
I really enjoyed it. I just wish I could answer more questions because there's so many.
I know there's so
It's-
many that come
yeah.
in. You guys are so awesome.
But thank you for all your support. It means a lot to me. You know, we all put in so much hard work and love into this. To see that back, to see the support and love back, it really means a lot. So thank you. And thank you for having me.
Anytime.
Thank you for being such a legend and a badass. And
Oh, you're talking to me.
oh no, I was talking to myself.
Oh, I got it. That's right. That's what I thought, but I was really confused for a second. Anyway, thanks so much, guys. We'll see you next week.
Okay. See you later, guys.
Bye.